Hey guys, in this video I want to stress out a key position on Ruinberg, especially from this spawn that is rarely used or is underused, and in my opinion it's one of the best positions to do early game damage as well as to get high damage games. However, while playing that position, the position is F6, but you have to make sure you have some support on the 9-0 line as well as some of your team is on the F2 area or in the town 1-2 line. So in this map it's encounter. It's even more broken in encounter because this is the position where I am. It is like E6. So I got here and the enemy team is trying to rush into the town and I basically just sit here and farm. It's better when you have gun depression. 10 is idle, even 8 can work, you have to be careful. And you can just back up, right? You can just keep farming as they're crossing. It's not so powerful from the other side, but once they do cross and they come to F2, you can just back up so you don't get shot from the city. And that's what I meant, that you need someone on the 1-2 line. And our team is there, and there was a heavy at G2 try to peek, but was sent back. And this was a tier 8 game. But I've also tried this position in Cold War, and you can click on the tag listed above if you want to see a 292 gameplay using similar position or exactly this position and how it went. But whenever I come to this position, I just farm. Just have to keep an eye on the 9-0 line. This game I was top tier. I know I had gun depression 10 degree. Paladin also has one of the highest DPMs at tier 8. Very, very solid tank. It has been given away through season or ops multiple times, and most of you guys should have this tank. And thanks to this position, I also had my best game in Paladin, and we'll see that. So far 3600 damage already. It's not even 2 minutes yet. And I've been penning every shot. My platoon mate died, and I wouldn't been able to have such a good game if he didn't die earlier. So shout out to him. Just kidding. So I was hitting every shot, and all of a sudden I stopped or started bouncing shots off VK's hatch. I'm kind of panicked and rushed the shot and missed that. But and now he's wiggling a little bit, and I kind of not aiming the best, rushing because I just wanted to finish him. And even the shots I didn't hit the middle of the hatch, and it kind of bounced. A bit frustrated. Took my time. Finally managed to send him back to the garage. I tried to peek here, tier 6. He had the camo, so he was able to peek freely. I got lucky that I bounced the shot. So 4500 damage, 10 out of 12. And this is where I realized that we have lost the 0 line. However, we did have 2 teammates at A0. Lynx is annoying, difficult to hit because they are wheel light tanks. They turn pretty quickly. So I was lucky that I managed to pick up a few shots there. I kind of realized that he might do it again. I might get YOLO, and they have some tanks in the town. So I decided to push forward. I took 2 shots, not the best case scenario. Those could have been avoided since I did have more support on 9-0 that I realized at the moment. And this is the other position. Once I think I lost the 9-0, I just pushed into town. This is a pretty where I can tuck in, and they can't really do much either from either side. They have to really push in if you want to shoot me through 9-0, and similarly they have to overextend to shoot me at their F2. T25 is pushing. He didn't realize where I was. Managed to put 2 shots him, and he's now out of the game. I'm only left with 18 shells, and their team is losing 6 versus 9, and essentially I have to hit most of my shots if you want to win this game. But as I said, this position works at tier 10 as well, as long as you keep in mind that you have enough support, and you'll see the result as you get free early farming, as well as then you can rotate as well. If you're more careful than me or more aware, then you won't take that 2 shots of damage I took. Dreadnought fired and peeked, and I tried to hit him, but I think this is where my auto-locking aim assistance is causing an issue because it keeps moving my turret as Dreadnought is moving back and forth, and I keep missing him, and then that's going to come back to haunt me. CS53 is now pushing, and this position is very decent because I can farm as they're pushing in the field as well. I have clear shots. I didn't have when he was crossing the ridge, but here you can see pretty safe farm, and for some reason they're also ignoring me because no one wants to come head to head with the Paladin because of its insane DPM. Dreadnought still holding that corner, and I have to be careful that I don't take a shot. Timer's down to 10 minutes, and the score looks a little even now. 12 shells remaining. Still worried about the KV2, or sorry, Dreadnought, and I noticed that he retreated as our team was pushing. I was pretty confident our team will hit him, but I made a mistake here as I didn't realize that Sturmpanzer was here, and I got full penned by Sturmpanzer and lost all my HP. Or not all, like 700. I do manage to take him out of the game. I was still pretty confident that two of our guys are pushing Dreadnought and they should be able to finish him since he's one shot and our team's healthy. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, I do manage to blind pen Dragon that was pushing. It's 5-4. We do lose the guy at A0. My Dragon spotted and managed to pen another shot. Paladin also has somewhat decent shell velocity for its tier 8. The gun handling is great because of the lower caliber. So all in all, it's a very good tank. Tiger 2 is still my favorite, but I would say Paladin is a close second or third. Very enjoyable tank to play. It's like a Super Kong at tier 8. It has the side armor, kind of the heat shield, obviously not exactly a Super Kong, but it plays very similarly. And all of a sudden we lost all our tanks, and that Cape Dreadnought is still alive. However, I thought maybe our TD will finish him, but our TD died as well. Well, 1v4 for a second. I managed to kill the tier 6. Dragon peaked, he shot me and low rolled me and left me at 1 HP. I only have 3 shells remaining, and there are 2 shells remaining and 3 enemies. I do manage to finish Dragon, but unfortunately now I have 1 HP left and 1 shell and 2 enemies. I decided to just sit back or sit here. That is a 2v1. Hopefully they'll push because there's nothing I can do at this point except wait for them to come in and reevaluate my decision of getting penned by Sturmpanzer. But yeah, do let me know in comments, by the way, while we're still waiting, if you have ever tried this position and how did it go for you. It works even better if you're in platoon, as your teammate can cover the 9-0 line. And when you're playing E6, I said F6 early on, but the position is E6. You can and you're getting pushed F2, right? You can also go back to the base to like C6 to kind of watch that side. But you have to be aware, right? You have to be aware because if enemy has numbers on the field, you kind of have to pay attention as you can get shot from multiple angles. You have to try to limit your exposure or peek very carefully. But for lower tiers, right, if it's not tier 10s, it's pretty safe. Both of that enemy team decided to jump on cap, so I know where they are. But again, I only have 1 shell. Who should I kill? I know the light tank's 1 shot. He fired and missed, and I know Dreadnought's 1 shot. I did miss 2 shots earlier on Dreadnought, which I wish that didn't. And I was thinking I can kill Dreadnought and maybe ram the Lynx. But even killing Dreadnought didn't look very hopeful, and this Lynx was a little confident. I had a clean shot and decided to go for it. And this is also my highest damage in Paladin. I don't even think the last time I did more than 7k. So this is not only I managed to hit 7k, but I also did 8k damage in a tier 8. That's I would safe to say it's like 10k plus in a tier 10 game if you're doing 8k in a tier 8. If I had more shells, I could have easily killed Dreadnought. Actually, maybe, because I don't have the HP, right? And if I have to pick a little Dreadnought, it doesn't really need to aim. So I was kind of playing with him, trying to, because he doesn't know that I'm out of shells. I try to rotate position so he go one side or the other. And maybe I can get to the cap, because the thing is he's sitting in the open, but there's no way for me to get to the cap and block. My big plan was to ram him somehow, which is looking very impossible. But I was also hoping, I decided to go left, lost the spot, and came back to the same side. I thought I can just close in and ram him, and maybe both of us will die. But he was here, and at this point I was like, okay, not much I can do. I wish I had 1 more shell. I wish I didn't miss so many shots. But all good things has to come to an end. They still managed to get to the leaderboard, or the podium, whatever you call it. I was second, 1700 HP XP, second place. So yeah, do let me know. Try that position, see if it works for you. If it doesn't, or why it doesn't work, or if you hate it, do let me know as well. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.